Yo, what's up? What's going on? I'm about to mess up my microphone. How's everybody doing today, man? Thank y'all for tuning in to another DnL&x Fitness live stream show that we got going on for you. Why my stuff look off-centered, off balance? Am I tripping? I could be. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Maybe I don't know. Oh, well, that's good. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning into the DnL&x Fitness live stream show. How's everybody going on today, man? Hopefully you're having a good day at work. Happily enjoying everything that you're doing. Hopefully you're enjoying life and all that good stuff. But if you're not having a good day and your day sucks, somebody's pissing you off and you're having a bad day, we're going to let Mr. Chow break it down to you.
Oh, you're having a bad day? Did you die?
I got shot.
But did you die?
And as long as you didn't die and you're still alive, you're still able to wake up, get out, get something. Stay focused, stay grinding, stay persistent, eat a healthy diet, take care of your health. Health is wealth, as they say. Get your grind up, keep pushing, keep stacking. It's a rough time, it's a hard period, an inflection point in life, but you got to push through this because on the other side it's going to be great and prosperous. So let's keep going and let's go. Yes. Yes, sir. We are multi-streaming on 5 different platforms: YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, and Facebook. Do me a favor. When you see that thumbs up that's going to pop up on your screen, if you're on YouTube, do your boy a solid to hit that like button and get the algorithm up and get this message out to the rest of the world. Because, I mean, shit, why not? And anyone contribute to today's show, Cash App the Venmo. Cash App's right there. Cash App Daniel2888. Venmo Danny-Daniel-00. We're going to dive right into today's show because I don't have much time to be doing this right now. I sure as hell don't. I got stuff I got to take care of, and I am a little bit behind schedule, but we are going to make it work. Yes, we are. All right, so today's show, we're going to go ahead and talk about billionaire divorces. Yes, sir. High-profile billionaire divorces that has been going on. And yes, they do happen, unfortunately. It doesn't matter how much you give someone. They still gonna leave your rich, corny ass. Whether you're corny or the top dog or the top G or the top C or the top B or whatever the case you may be, it don't matter. You got money, she gonna take it. And she gonna validate her reason because, well, I don't know what the reason is. At the end of the day, a woman gonna look you in the face in today's world and today's society and look at you and just be like, you know what?
FYM. Fuck y'all motherfuckers, you know?
I'm going to get a divorce. And then there it is. She just goes and she hits you with the divorce. So, you know, it's just, it is what it is. What is this soundbite? I forgot what this was. Actually, no, I didn't. All right, cool. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and dive into this and check out this live stream that I have set up for you today. Looking at these billionaire high profile divorces, because there's some crazy ones that's going on. I mean, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised at some of these high profile divorces that these folks got going on. And it's kind of crazy because it's really wild. It's really wild. I didn't know it was that bad, but it don't matter how old you are, how rich you are, whatever the case may be. Like I always say, ever since the Strong Flu 19 came out, man, and they was hitting everybody with them jibby jabs and stuff, just shooting everybody in their arm. And have come to find out 75% of the global population took at least one dose of the jibby jab. That right there in itself, ladies and gentlemen, told me. And when Dr. Fauci himself came out and pled the fifth on y'all, and over, he just stared at you like this. He was like, and every time they asked him a question, they was like, Dr. Fauci, do you think this happened? Do you think that happened? Do you think that your a jibby jab cure affected anything, or did it cause more harm than good? And he was like,
FYM. Fuck y'all motherfuckers, you know?
And they were like, is that all you're going to say? They were like, you know what? I have a better idea. Dr. Fauci, what color is the floor that you're walking on? And he was like,
FYM. Fuck y'all motherfuckers, you know?
So with that being said, man, then what I'm trying to get the point across to say to you is that there's an evil spirit that is roaming around, man. And I think it's been happening for a long time, but boy, since that jibby jab happened, man, oh man, has things been on the up and up. And I would think that billionaires wouldn't have got the jibby jab, but I mean, you know, in this world we live in, if you hit $1 billion, you probably did some strange things to get to that change. I'm just saying. I mean, you know, we found out that Jeffrey Epstein was a old Fruit Loop ass dude. You know what I mean? We found out that when we got to look back into Harvey Weinstein, but when we got to look into Jeffrey Epstein, we kind of found out he was like, yeah, he was kind of out there. You know what I mean? We kind of found out. You saw some photos of him. If you looked into the Epstein files, homie had on tutus and shit. I was like, bro, you got on a tutu and you got that much money? But this is, you know, it is what it is, you know. Then you got, you know, Harvey Weinstein and all these other different people who have all this money, and then you got, you know, sheiks and whatever in Dubai defecating on women but paying them off a handsome ransom, but they still accepted. Then you got funny people like Sneeko who becoming a Muslim, and then now when you hear about what he does, you know, homie is just a whole.
And the nominees for Best Actress in a Groovy Nightclub Drama, Miss Wayman Harrington.
So, you know, if you get $1 billion, you know what I mean, you probably, not saying you did, but there's a good probability that you probably had to, you know, drop the soap. We'll just say it like that. You know what I mean? But you never know. Anyway, let's get into these billionaire divorces, man. Let's just see what's going on with these billionaires. I ain't got much time. We're going to enjoy this show today. I'm finna just play around and have fun. And your boy got the your boy got a fresh retwist, by the way. Let's go ahead and let me get real light skin on you ninjas real quick. Hold on, bruh. Let me get real light skin on. Matter of fact, let me get extremely light skin on y'all real quick. Let me get this set up right. Let me do it right. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right. Let me get light skin till the light skins can get. Where we at? Is this it right here? Where is it at? Let me get light skin till you can't get light skin no more. Here we go. All right. Okay, that's enough. Put my headphones back on. I can't hear nothing. All right. There's enough light skin for the day. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the damn show because I'm over here playing around too much. Anyway, let's get into these high-profile billionaire divorces. Let's see what these rich folks out here doing because they life have to be better than ours. You know what I mean? We ain't got $1 billion, but they do. So, I mean, they can't be having no problems or no issues. But let's just see how this go, all right? So first one we're going to start with is going to be billionaire divorces of the century. Should we start with this one? Nah, we're not going to start with that one. That's not going to be the one to start with. Where is it? There was one in particular that I want to start with. Here we go. This the one. California billionaire to pay, and this is from 2010. This is an older one, but you know, we just gonna run around and look at some billionaire divorces because you know they like to keep their stuff under wraps. You got money like that, you don't want nobody to know nothing about what you're doing. So let's just. All right, so here we go. So we got right there. So we got California, of course. It got to be California, right? Because California don't play. They terrible. Billionaire to pay $10 million in child support. Jesus Christ, headphone gang, I'm sorry. Lord, that hurt my ears. Good Lord, that was too loud. It says billionaire Kirk. Where is he? This is billionaire Kirk Kerkorian agreed Friday to pay more than $10 million in back child support plus $100K a month for a child his ex-wife has admitted is not his biological daughter. Oh my God. That's how we're gonna start today's show off? Jesus. She admitted that it is not his biological daughter. You know what?
You lying ass bitch.
my Lord. How could you do 10 million in back child support and $100K a month, and she admits that it is not his biological daughter?
You lying ass bitch.
I'll tell you. Lisa Kukorian, who was married, you know what, in a minute we're gonna see what they look like, who was married briefly to the casino mogul after a long relationship, acknowledged during a child support battle that she faked a DNA paternity test by using saliva she obtained from Kukorian's adult daughter. She said the biological father actually was Hollywood movie producer Stephen Bing. Oh, bruh. Oh my goodness. You know, sometimes, you know, when you see like an episode of Snapped, you kind of think to yourself, like, what drove that nigga to do that? And then you read something like this and you like, I don't agree with it, but I understand. You gotta be, I don't agree with it, but I understand. I understand if that's the scenario, if that's the route he chose. I don't agree with what you did, but I do understand. Like, bruh, like she went to your daughter. She went to your daughter, not. My question is, the daughter that he went to, was that their daughter, or was that his daughter, which would have been her stepdaughter, and used her? You know what? We're just gonna have to die. You know what? Let's just read, and then we gonna find. Oh my goodness, this is pissing me off, and I ain't even started it yet. I ain't even got 2 seconds in yet. We gotta see what these people look like, because I gotta see what $1 billion of some what does $1 billion worth of a JJ look like? Because there ain't no way, bruh. There ain't no way. We got to see this. All right, so Kirk Kukorian. All right, so first we're going to go with Kirk. All right, let's see what these people look like. I can't even start this off. So this is Kirk, all right? This is Kirk. All right, and rest in peace. He died in 2015. So this is the man right here, Kirk Kukorian. All right, here's Buddy right here. He's the casino mogul. This is him in 73. Oh my goodness, Jesus. He had 1, 2, 3, 4 wives, bruh. Jesus, and 2 children. 4 wives and 2 children, bruh. You could have just slept with prostitutes if you were only gonna have 2 children out of 4 wives. I'm sorry, that don't make nobody's sense, bruh. But this is him. This is the man right here. This is the billionaire gentleman who we are speaking upon. Okay. And we're going to see what the lady, Lisa, looks like. Let's see. Can we find Lisa? There's children. We don't want the children. We want Lisa. Lisa, where are you? We have to find Lisa, because you can't get away with it. Well, you already got away with it. Let's see. Lisa. So I guess it would be Bonder, because, yeah, it would be Bonder, right? Let's see. Your lawsuits at Kirk Kukorian? Yeah, okay. No, wait a minute. What? Lisa Bonder was involved in a high-profile child support lawsuit with Kirk Kukorian, her husband, for 28 days. Oh my goodness, this evil witch. Oh my God, no. For 28 days? Bruh. Kukorian, who was 48 years her senior, suspected that Steve Bing, Bonder's ex-boyfriend, was the father of her daughter. Kukorian hired Anthony Pellicano, whatever, a private eye to the stars. During the dispute, Pellicano used dental floss for Bing's discarded waste to obtain DNA paternity tests, and succeeded in confirming that Bing was the father. Pelican also wiretapped Lisa's phone calls. I messed up his name. Pelicano subsequently, that word, was convicted on various charges, including wiretapping and racketeering involving this case and many other. Hey, shout out to him for going over and beyond. I know Mr. Kirkiano paid him a good hefty fee. He received 15 years in prison, good Lord, and one of Kirkiano's attorney was convicted of racketeering for hiring to tap Bonder's phone and received 3-year prison sentence later confirmed on appeal. Wow. Bruh, this is brutal. This is brutal. So he has 2 children. Okay. Oh my goodness. So she was married to this dude for 28 days. 28 days. Oh my goodness. All right, so let me see. He has 2 children. Can we see let's just see the children name. So spouse, sibling, no, parents, children, Linda and Tracy. I don't want to pull them up, but I just want to make sure that I got this story right. Let's continue. I couldn't even get into the story. Oh my goodness. Michael Trope, the attorney for Bonder Krikorian, filed the settlement Friday in LA Superior Court. He declined to comment. Krikorian's lawyer, Joseph Manis, did not immediately return a phone call from the press. So Kira Krikorian is now 12. Kira, was that one of the daughters? Was that one of the daughters' children? No, Linda and Tracy. I don't know who Kira is. This guy. Kira is now 12, and the court papers have said that she is known for quite some time that she has 2 papas. Krikorian, who is 93, has joint custody of the girl who lives with her mother. The settlement, which provides $100K a month until Kira turns 19 or until she graduates from high school, no longer is a full-time student or no longer is living with her mother full-time. After the settlement says the child support will be reduced to $50,000 a month. Oh my Jesus. Oh my goodness. Bruh, this is ridiculous. I didn't see this coming. I ain't even gonna get into all the other ones. This one is so damn good. The agreement also provides for Krikorian to pay expenses, including school costs, equestrian expenses, clothing, housing, travel, hobbies, automobile, food, beauty treatments, tutoring, entertainment, parties, and pets. On top of the Bonder Krikorian, 45, a former tennis pro, was married to Krikorian for 1 month, 28 days. In 1999, they had been romantically linked for years. They had been romantically linked for years, but she was Krikorian, once the majority shareholder of what is now MGM Resorts International, is the legal father of the child because the couple married. If you don't know what that means, I just told you. Legal father, because if you have I know in Texas, if you have a baby with a woman and she's married, the baby is the guy that she's married to, even though you can prove it's 99% yours. Now, in this case, she probably got married and had a baby. That's why she married him for 28 days. She knew she was pregnant. That's why she married him. She knew she was pregnant. And she said, I can get this ninja on the hook for child support. And she got his ass for $100K a month and $10 million in back child support for a 28-day marriage. And she admitted to a fake DNA testing. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. The legal battle over child support between Krikorian and his ex-wife been going on since 2002. Bonder Krikorian originally sought $320 a month in alimony and child support. For our 28-day marriage, she wanted alimony? The current agreement includes no... Okay, thank God. It includes no alimony. Oh, wait, you can't see it. Right here. The contentious litigation between the couple became the centerpiece of one of Hollywood's most bizarre court cases when a private eye was charged with wiretapping Lisa Bonder, or the ex-wife, phone at the behest of Krikorian's powerful entertainment lawyer, Terry Christensen. Both were convicted of conspiring to listen in on her private conversations. Hey, I don't blame him. He got bamboozled. I mean, I don't see he got bamboozled. Jesus. Krikorian testified he never knew nothing about it. Smart. He never knew nothing about the wiretapping. The private investigator, Anthony Pellicano, is in prison, and Christensen is out on bail pending appeal. Bing, who also fathered a son with Elizabeth Hurley, has reportedly said he wanted to be involved with Kira and take some financial responsibility. According to papers filed in the case in 2007, he agreed in 2003 to contribute $25,000 a month to support her. According to a letter from Krikorian's attorney to Bing's lawyer, the letter also alleged, however, that Bing has never done anything to become a father to this child, either emotionally or financially. Meanwhile, Mr. Krikorian has never shirked from providing financial support for Kira, despite having been defrauded into believing Kira was his biological daughter. Boy, oh boy, I tell you, bro. Where's my soundbite at? Where is it? Bro.
You lying ass bitch.
Boy, oh boy. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What an intro story that I found. That is fantastic. Let's see if we can find it on his side. She lied about it. She knew that she got pregnant by the ex because she was sleeping with both of them. I don't even know the full story, but this is easy peasy. You can figure this out. She got married to him just so she could put him on child support. Man, oh man. His wealth. Krikorian's net worth in 2008 was $16 billion. So he had the bread. He had it. He was the 41st richest person in the world and the richest person in California at that time in 2008. By 11, Krikorian was among those hardest hit by the stock market recession as his net worth tumbled to $3.2 billion. Jesus. Wow. Oh, I get it. Okay. So this makes sense. In 2008, if you know anything about the 2008, we had the housing crash. So he was at the peak in 2008 when everything was good. He lost. Wait a minute. I ain't the smartest man in the world, but let's do this real quick. Let me do some quick math real quick. From 16 to 3.2 billion. What percentage decrease is that? I mean, I could fit 3, 6, 9, 12. No, I'm not gonna do it like that. I'm gonna do this. Let's see. 16 minus 12.8. Ooh, I nailed it on my first try. The stock market decreased his net worth because he had such much money in stocks. The stock market decreased his net worth from 16 to 3.2 billion. That is a 80% loss. Good Lord. 80% loss. Boy. Now he bounced back for sure, but 80%, bro, because that from 2008 to 2011, and depends on what stocks he was invested in, he was hit and went to 3.2. In 2013, he was listed as the 412th richest person with a net worth of 3.9 billion. He went from 16 to 3.2 billion, an 80% loss, and then made a slight, almost $1 billion increase, but not quite. All right, so Krikorian was an intensely private person. Shout out to him. He never gave interviews. He seldom appeared in public. He was doing everything right until, his Johnson got him in trouble. Krikorian rarely attended board meetings, never gave speeches. He was shy, but was a tough negotiator. Those who knew him described him as the Hawaiian hermit, but as gentle, gracious, normal guy. He was an avid tennis player. He played in tournaments associated with other tennis players like Lori Kloon, if I said that right. Routinely played with Alex Yemendijan, sorry if I butchered your name, a former MGM executive and the former owner of Tropicana Las Vegas Resort. He had a penchant for expensive clothes, but drove relatively inexpensive vehicles such as a Pontiac Firebird. That's nice though. I don't blame him. A Jeep Grand Cherokee. I mean, that's nice. And a Ford Taurus. I mean, hey, it is what it is. He can get anything. He died in Beverly Hills in 2015, 9 days after his 98th birthday. So he made it to 98. He made it to 98. He was married 4 times. All right, 4 times. Like I said, 2 kids. His short-lived third marriage was to a professional tennis player, Lisa Bonder. Ah, okay. He was married, so that was the one that got him, Lisa Bonder. He was 48 years older. They had the two signed a prenuptial agreement before. What? Are you kidding me? How does this happen? They signed a prenup before marrying. Kikorian subsequently was involved in a breach of privacy suit filed against him by Steve Bing. Kikorian claimed that Bing was the father of Bonder's daughter, an allegation which was later confirmed by DNA testing. On August 10, 2006, it was reported that Kikorian attorneys were being sued by Bonder because of their connection to a high-profile PI, Anthony Pellicano. Okay, we just talked about that. Who in 2008, he served 15 years in 2008. So is he out yet? 2008, 19, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He get out this year. Shit. Bonner's attorney alleged that Kikorian's lawyer hired Pellicano to wiretap. Yes. An allegation that was later true. Yeah. Okay, but still, he had a prenup. That's why she got him. So while she was getting married to Kirk, she was still banging. Who the hell is Steve Bing? Let me see what this nigga look like. This is Steve Bing. So she was sleeping with Steve Bing the entire time she was messing with Kirk. And since Kirk was like, I'll marry you if you sign a prenup, she was smashing him and got pregnant. And then she was like, well, if I marry you, I can put you on the hook for child support for this baby. And that's what she did. Oh, man. And clearly, this dude ain't broke either. She just went after a more richer dude. Look at this. Bing was born in New York in 1965. His parents was a doctor was a doctor in public health. He was Newish on his father's side and Croatian on his mother's side. At age 18, he inherited an estimated $600 million from his grandfather, Leo S. Bing, a real estate developer. So he got 600 M's. And let's see, January 2010 publications listed him as the wealthiest Angelinos section of the magazine, which estimated his net worth of $590 million. Coming in at number 46 after inheriting his fortune, Bing dropped out of university in his junior year to pursue a career in the entertainment industry. You should have just finished up. That was stupid, but young and dumb with money. We get it. So even though this dude had this much money, she still went up to a higher bidder and then put him on child support, even though she could have got Steve Bing, who was, oh my God. Never trust a woman. Never, ever. Golly, bro, this makes me mad. I didn't even know about this. I just picked some and was like, these will be fun to read. Bro, this is pissing me off. I'm not pissing me off. It's just like, I can't believe that this went down. This actually happened. And she admitted to the false paternity. I got to keep reading. She admitted to the false paternity and they still put her under wraps. Actually, no, I finished reading. She admitted to the false paternity, bro, and still got him on the hook. And that's because if you don't know something about child support, let me explain to you about the Title 4D situation that goes on. Okay, Title 4D, how this works, they're not a part of the government. They're not a governmental entity at all. Title 4D ain't a part of the government. If you ever get a lawyer from the Title 4D, which is child support, they do not represent you. They tell you this. It's on the OAG website, Office of Attorney General. It's on the website. They tell you this. They don't represent you. They fight on the behalf of the Title 4D. That's the Title 4D's attorney because they get a cut for doing this for you. So when you see things like this and it's like, how could they do this? It doesn't make sense. This ain't the government doing this to them. This is a private business that's contracted with the government that got some kind of carte blanche going on that is able to go in and then they cut people money for doing this. So, wow, this is a hell of a story, bro. This is a hell of a story. I didn't know he was a tennis player. He went from tennis to freaking tennis to freaking I don't know, MGM. All right, so let's take a look at Lisa Bonder. Let's look at Lisa Bonder. She's 60 years old. She's still alive till this day. She's clearly still rich as hell. Let's take a look at Lisa Bonder. All right, let's see what you look like, sweetheart. Let's see what this expensive for JJ is all about. Yeah, this is you. This is the lady that lied. Let's see what this golly, bruh. Oh my God. All right, I'm trying to figure out which one she is. My dog just scared the shit out of me. Lisa Bonder Kokorian. She still kept his last name. You were married for less than a month. All right, I'm trying to figure out which one she is. Where are you? All right, so here we go. Okay, so this is her. This is the golden for JJ that trapped this dude right here. So this is her back in her heyday of tennis. This is her. Legendary, and this is her older, clearly. So just a regular plain Jane white lady. I think Kokorian. This is my. I can't go up and show this. Come on, go up. There we go. I saw this is him and her probably whenever he was alive and they were going together. So this is around the time he didn't know it yet. Was probably getting finessed or probably already got finessed and was like, whatever, nigga. I'm like 90, 80 years old. I can't deal with the stress. Whatever. It is what it is. See, so here's them together. You know what I mean? So that's him. Let's see. I can't see a picture with these two together, but here's this right here. They put these two together, I guess. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So that's them together. You know what I mean? So you got him a blondie, but Jesus. So this is what got him. This is what got him, boy. She's just straight up lied. There's no way. I can't believe that oh my goodness. And this is the dude that she was smashing. This is the other guy she was smashing. So this is the guy that got her pregnant, but his 600 million, 500 million, 400 million wasn't enough. She wanted the 16 billion and she got it. She got it. All out of her for JJ. All out of her for JJ. Hoo-wee. Can't hate on her. You gotta take it as a lesson learned, gentlemen. It is what it is. That's how the game is played. You can't get mad. This is how the game is played. Doesn't matter how old you are. This is how the game is played. All right. And if this is her recently, she looked pretty good to be 60. All right. This is what, a few years ago? But this her on the side. She looked pretty good to be 60. I'll give it to her. I don't want to show her kids. I don't want to show that. But to be up there in her 60s, she looked good for her age, but still. Oh, well. Man, oh, man. Yeah, she's 60, all right. You can look at them arms and tell. Oh, yeah, right up in that region right there. Yeah, that's a 60. For sure. That's June, what was that? A couple months ago. All the power and all the praises for a lady that lied to put another man on child support. That's just crazy work. What a story. What a freaking story. I don't even know what to say, bro. I'm just like completely shocked at that story. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that. That's crazy, bro. That's just crazy. I can't believe that. That was a great story, though. Shout out to me for finding that one. And Elizabeth Hurley was on the other end, if you know who Elizabeth Hurley fine stuff used to be. I don't know if she fine anymore. Oh no, Dolly Parton has just died at 80. Oh wow, no way. Dolly Parton in 14 minutes ago just died at 80. Oh my goodness. No. Rest in peace, Dolly Parton died at 80 years old. Wow. What? That's crazy. Dolly Parton passed. Wow. Dolly Parton has passed away, ladies and gentlemen. Rest in peace to Dolly Parton. That's crazy. All this stuff happened all at once. This is a good show I got going on. But that's just to show you, man. That, I mean, dang, it doesn't matter who you are, bro. She had a dude that was net worth 400, 500, 600 million, and she still went and did the 16 billionaire dude dirty. Knowing it probably could have killed him early, putting him under all that stress. Then he turned around and lost 80% of his net worth from 16 billion to 3.2 billion, which is still a lot of money. But then you got to count the fact that he dropped 10 million on her, has to pay 100K every month, plus his expenses and his money and his bills and his businesses and all that. Like, he got high bills. You know, he got high bills, I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, Jesus, man. This is grimy work, bruh. Grimy work. And she's still living till this day off this big, huge scandal, off of this one thing that she did with her JJ back in 2000 and what was this, 97? When this happened? It's like 2002. A legal battle over support and his ex-wife have been ongoing since 2002. So what she did 20 years ago, over 20 years ago, she living high off the hog right now, bruh. Wow. Hey, that's how the game is played. That's how the game is played. You just have to understand how it's played before you get played by it. And that's just what that is. All right, let's see what we got next. We have a news story we're going to come up next. This one is going to be about the people in India. We're going to see what the people in India are going on because they have a marriage that is broken by a tech billionaire. We're going to see what is going on. So let's go ahead and take a look at what is going on. Here we go. So we have, he will destroy me. Wife of tech billionaire claims abuse, hidden cameras, and tax evasions. Oh no. No. Don't tell on his. Oh my goodness. She's snitching, bruh. She's snitching on you, bruh. She mad. Well, let's see how this goes. Rippling co-founder Prasanna Sakar said his wife's affair broke their marriages. The true story is far more complicated. No, here we go again. Oh my Jesus. These stories are awful. So she says he will destroy me. She claims abuse, hidden cameras, and tax evasions. And then the co-founder, this guy, said his wife's affair broke their marriage. I don't know the truth yet, but we're about to get into it. Let's see what this is. Last month, Prasanna Sakar doxed his wife and accused her of an affair on X. Oh, wow. So this is recent, y'all. This is like 2025. Hey, this is published in 2025, but let's find out. Let's go ahead and dive into this. Let's dive into this. This might be the last one I got time for, but this is good. This is good. On the run, hiding from the police in India, a billionaire tech founder turned to X last week to find sympathy in the audience for his tale of a man wronged. In a saga spanning continent, countries, and courts, the co-founder of Rippling, a San Francisco-based workforce management platform valued at $13 billion, accused his wife of abducting the couple's only child and engaging in an extramarital affair. Say it ain't so. Oh my goodness. This just gets weirder and weirder and weirder. There we go. Get my sound bites ready. This is my story. Prasanna Sarkar, who is worth 1.3 billion. All right, so we're gonna hear his story. So we're gonna get the man first. But his wife, Divya Sashidhar, hopefully I said that right, Sashidhar, has her own story to tell, of course, one backed up by hundreds of pages of court documents from their international custody dispute and a trove of emails, photos, and other records reviewed by the Standard. So she has emails, photos, and other records reviewed. She was building the case on this ninja the whole time. The picture that emerges from these records and from interviews giving exclusively to the Standard is of a high-achieving woman who gave up her career for a husband who allegedly coerced her into painful sex and pressured her into accepting an open marriage and patronage of prostitutes. I mean, I think you signed up for that and you knew what you were doing. All right, let's see. Who installed spy cams around their home? So she installed spy cams around the house and illegally videotaped her daily activities. No, he did. Okay, so he installed spy cams around the home and illegally videotaped daily activities, including in a bathroom, and who dragged her and their young son from country to country, she says, to shield his immense wealth from taxation. Well, that's what rich people do. That's what they do. They go from country to country to protect their wealth. I mean, they pack up and leave. I mean, they don't have to stick around. All right, so let's see what this is. As it stands, this is the woman. Sadishar is fighting to get her 9-year-old son back as she endures death threats incited by her husband. Now, he is Indian, so, you know, them niggas don't play when it comes to women. Who shared her email address on the WhatsApp number in his viral X thread posted on March 23rd. I don't know what year this is, either 25 or 24, maybe 26. In short, it's a story about a wife and mother held hostage by her controlling billionaire spouse. The worst nightmare of my life, as she put in the Standard. All right. So let's see. By refusing that you were talking about her to you refuse to have your needs met of sex, right? Yes. Didn't you ask your wife what your real okay, I don't know if this is the so I guess these are text messages of her being cross-examined by an attorney for his wife. Okay, so these are some text messages right here. All right, so we're not gonna read that. A pair of geniuses and a startup dream. So Sadishar met Sankar, the dude, in 2007, and they started dating 2 years later. She was the highest achieving student in their university in this country of India. He was a programming hotshot, ranked #1 in an Indian coding competition when he was 18. Good job. The two dated long distance. While Sankar headed to Silicon Valley and Shadijar went to the University of Cambridge on a prestigious scholarship, he raised $7 million for his company, Like a Little, a social media platform for anonymous flirting aimed at college students, and it flopped. In 2013, Sankar, which is the woman, yes. No. The dude. Sankar is a dude. He reunited with the woman in the Netherlands where she was working for Shell. The couple were headed for marriage, but she was having second thoughts. And her father had expressed concerns about Sankar, the dude, maturity level, according to one of her friends. I had never gotten a feeling from Prasanna that he is someone looking for marriage, the friend said. Coding, working, creating something, that is what gives him happiness. Oh, okay. So shout out to I think that's the dad telling the daughter, reading the dude like a father should. So shout out to the dad. Shadajar, the woman, said it was only after Sakar kneeled at the feet of her parents that she felt comfortable with the engagement. The two married in 2013. Sankar, the dude, returns to San Francisco in 2015, joining Parker Conrad's healthcare software startup Zenfits as director of engineering. Zenfits was valued at $4.5 billion before a 2017 Securities and Exchange Commission's investigation discovered that it had misled investors. Earlier, all right, these Indian people will never live this down. Earlier revelations pointed to a raucous workplace culture, including employees having sex in the stairwells. Oh, I don't know that word. Raucous, whatever it is. It was a highly promiscuous workplace culture. They was smashing. So basically, they was doing some Wolf of Wall Street to the fifth power. Conrad resigned. Sankar quit. All right. So there they go right there. Well, she had a little cute face. She cute. You know, I don't know what the body looked like, but she cute. All right. Yeah, buddy over here pounding Vaj. The two joined forces again to work on a new software venture. In early 2017, they joined Y Combinator with their startup Rippling. All right, so here we go. This is Rippling, which promised businesses a single platform for running human resources, devices, and finances. A lot of my friends in the Bay Area engineering community looked up to Sankar, says Sachin Bhatt, who also participated in the Y Combinator cohort and would later join Rippling as a director of engineering. An executive who worked on another team at Rippling called Sankar a wildly good engineer and a coding god. So boy, he was Sankar, he that dude. He when it come to coding, this is Himothy when it come to coding. This is Himothy right here. He is him. So for him to be out here smashing what he want, like, hey, bro, that's what it is. He him. He's Samson to the coding world. In interviews, Sankar has described his time being at building Ripple as magical. For Sashadar, the woman, however, the move to the U.S. was fraught, of course. Their son was born in 2016, and Sashadar later claimed in court transcripts that Sankar was very neglectful as a husband and father. Here we go. Once that kid came, he would come back home and he would sit in it with his laptop, and she testified, when he comes, we had a restricted small amount of time because he freaking billionaire, sweetie. He getting that money. One thing Sankar did have time for was sex. Yeah, bro, he busy. His testosterone. That's what's giving him the drive. That drive that he has, that's that testosterone pulsing through his veins. Do you know what it feels like when he's in his creative mode? He's like, you know, like he can feel it. He's like, I'm getting this money. I feel it. Like, he in the zone. Like, help him. But no, according to his wife, all he had time for was sex. Even she continued to experience pain from complications during childbirth. He repeatedly pushed her for intercourse, threatening consequences if she failed to provide it. I mean, you're his wife. He can't step out on you. He's trying to let you know, like, hey, I want you, but I get it. She's like, I don't feel like you just want me for one thing. You know, you care about his sex and we don't spend time together and you don't love me. Yeah. Persona would come and tell me, look, sex is a primal need for me. You have to do it. It doesn't matter. Like, you know how much pain you're in. I'm sorry, but I believe that he said, whoops, I'm sorry, but I believe this is a true statement. Yeah, he said that shit. Them Indian men don't play. He said this. This is true. He would literally like tell me that, you know, if you don't do it, then I want to go outside and get it. And hey, you got billions of dollars, but you got a wife though. When you got billions of dollars is one thing. When you got billions of dollars and a wife, you got problems. You got problems. All right. So this, because I'm pretty sure he's seeing all these techie girls and all these nerds and OnlyFans chicks. He got the money to do what he wants. He's like, I'm trying to get her for my wife, but she ain't doing it. In December 2019 email, Satishar, the woman, Oh, wait. In December 2019, email to the woman, Sankar, the dude, described contacting several escorts to ask for photos and rates before getting cold feet. He was dipping his toe in the water. I'm super sorry for the stress this put on our marriage. I promise to never put our marriage in this position again, he wrote. Well, his balls wasn't getting drained, so he was trying to figure something out. Okay, you wrote, I'm worried if you might get exposed to the vices very early on in life through the father's voyeuristic behaviors, porn addiction and sex addiction, as well as worried whether he can get any infections or diseases due to the father's continuous frivolous sexual behaviors with many partners and prostitutes. Do you see that? Yes. That was in the court transcript. In another email from the same day, he asked the woman for an open marriage. Asked about this message, he told the Standard via email that his marriage was sexless at the time. And he had several conversations with her to understand why this was the case. Hey, okay. I was once in a moment of anger discussed about opening up the marriage to other sexual partners, he wrote. So, okay, he tried to. We agreed not to do it. Okay, well, he spoke to her. That's fair. He asked. She said no. He was like, okay. In the summer of 2020, Sankar departed from Rippling months before the company raised $145 million from venture investors at a $1.35 billion valuation. Colleagues assumed he was moving on to build his next startup, yet for the following 2 years, Sankar would work little, instead moving his family around the world as he sought ways to hold on to as much of his wealth as possible. It's unclear how much stock Sankar was granted when he founded Rippling. Forbes noted his billionaire status by 2022. Wow. He reportedly owns an estimated 9% of Rippling. Rippling CEO and co-founder Conrad did not respond to a request for comment, but Rippling's spokesperson said Sankar hasn't been involved with the company for many years. The spokesperson added that as Rippling grew, the company brought in new leadership and Sankar voluntarily stepped down to start a new company. Regarding the divorce, we're saddened to see a personal dispute spill over into the public sphere and hope he and his wife were able to find a resolution soon for the benefit of the son. Tax dodgers and hidden cameras. Uh-oh, here we go. In Twinkie, Sankar pitched to his wife on the idea of moving to Washington State. She testified in court that he expected the substantial sum of Rippling shares he received as the founding of the company to vest and wanted to dodge California income tax. Makes sense to me. She didn't want to go, but felt she had no choice. He's making a financial decision. If you don't know anything about California's taxes, he was like, hell no. During this time, she was working remotely for Microsoft as a senior program manager. She alleged in court that he would pressure her into taking time off of work for sex, often at a hotel, reiterating his threats to find other partners if she failed to comply. He wanted his wife badly, and she was just like, no. Toward the end of their 2-year stay in Washington, he pitched another move, this time to Singapore. When asked in court to explain the rationale for the move, she said he wanted to root some of his assets outside the U.S. and transfer his Rippling shares, which were then in his brother's name, back to him. Oh my God. Oh. If he would have did this entire move without marrying this woman, he would have been fine. Bro, she's snitching everything to the court, and this is what will happen. This is true. This is true. This is what will happen. This is what will happen. She know all his secrets. She knows everything, and it's his wife. He's confiding in his wife. He's begging. He's threatening. He's doing everything to get sex from her, and she's like, no. So it's driving him crazy, but he also has to take care of this billions of dollars or maybe hundreds of millions of dollars of money that he got, and she's just telling it all. Sankar was worried his brother's new wife could claim ownership of the assets. She tested, oh my God, this woman. If he would have did all this by himself, he would have been straight. He could have had all the hoes he wanted, and he could have made a solid decision after he found a not an easy way, but a way to hold on to his money or his assets without having to dealing with the enemy that sleeps in his bed every night. He believed that doing that while he was living in the U.S. would be, attracting the attentions of tax authorities, she said in court. He wanted to avoid that. I mean, you got to pay your taxes, bro. Sankar, the dude, acknowledged in court that there were family assets stashed in American Samoa and St. Kitts and Nevis. He testified that it would be wasteful for the family to pay U.S. taxes and that this was a reason for their move. Well, why would you say that? Before moving, Sankar switched from a green card to an O1 visa so he could avoid paying exit tax on unrealized capital gains from rippling. He testified to that. Nigga, shut up. She didn't want to move again, especially to another country. She had renounced her Indian citizenship so she could become a U.S. citizen, like their child, as India does not allow for dual citizenship. And at the time, she had the understanding that the couple would be in the U.S. for good, where they dreamed of sending their son to Stanford or Harvard. He was doing his thing. He's with Sam Altman, bro. He was going... This nigga taking pictures with Sam Altman and she mad like... Where's my soundbite? Oh my Lord. This nigga taking pictures with Sam Altman is just it's just not enough. It's just not enough, buddy. I want to stay here and sir, I want you to look at yourself and know that you're the one that bowed down to marry her. This is you. You chose to marry her. Even her father told her that you are not the marriage type. You are the type that gets fulfillment in working your business, doing your job, creating things. That is what makes you happy. And all of your unhappiness is because of this decision that you made to marry this one. This picture could have been a 2-man photo and you probably would have been much more happier with... This could have been a 2-man photo, pause, but you would have been like no issues, bro. You probably would have had more money. You would have been doing way better in rippling. You would have it would have been a different story. But yet, oh man. He assured her the move was temporary so he could avoid paying more taxes. He's telling her everything. Singapore was completely not in the family plans ever, she testified in court, and it just felt like a abruption to everybody's life. In Singapore, things only got worse. She was laid off from her Microsoft job and was unable to work while on a dependent visa through Sankar, through her husband. He had a tech worker visa and was working on a crypto startup based in India and registered in the Cayman Islands, a tax haven, he testified. Man, why are you telling all this? Why are you telling all this? At this time, according to her court testimony, the woman, he would often tell his wife that she was entitled to none of his money despite what she felt were earlier assurances to the contrary. I'm sorry, buddy, but that is where you are wrong. You are 1,000% wrong about that statement, nigga. She is entitled to all of your money, so shut your ass up. When I started off in the marriage, my understanding was that whatever we earn belonged to the both of us, whether I earned it or he earned it, she testified. And you're right, sweetie, that is correct. While she cared for their son, he fell in with a crowd of high society hedonists. Now, you know what, sir? You could have fell with this crowd of hedonists if you wouldn't have married her and you would have just did what made you happy, which was what you creating and doing these startups, and you have them not moving money and assets. So the dude ain't stupid. And you could have did this high hedonist society stuff without her in your back, but you married her and then you drug her along with your lust and hedonism, which you shouldn't have did. She testified in court, engaging in frivolous sexist behaviors with many partners and prostitutes. Sankar would encourage his wife to have sex with his friends. She refused. It scared, violated, and destroyed her, she testified. She was where, our marriage broke. she added. That was where the marriage broke. I mean, that was where, like, our marriage broke. So when he tried to put on with the friends, I mean, of course, she ain't like that, bro. That's you. She ain't about that life. You are. And if that's who you are, that's who you are. But don't force that on your wife, bro, because now she's going to destroy you. She remained committed to being a good wife and mother as defined by Hindu tradition, wherein love and sex are less important than family. Damn. I mean, can they all go together? Can love, sex, and family all go together? But I get it. They went to counseling together, and she insisted they test for STDs as confirmed by a person who knew the couple at the time. And these are text messages that I don't know what this is. I'm not going to read this though. I got to get out of here in a second. In his X thread, he said that around this time, he became aware of an affair his wife was having with a man named Anup Kutisankara. So Sakara posted screenshots of what he said were text messages between his wife and Anup, I'm gonna call him, in which she allegedly asked him to buy extra large condoms. Oh boy, see that right there. This is what made him mad. Homie was packing more than him, and that pissed him off. See, now his ego, his feelings is getting hurt. You just tried to get her to smash her homies, and now you mad she found a long slong ding dong, and now you extra mad. So maybe this is what these messages came from. Is this what this is? I don't know. I can't tell. My wife has given a press conference outside. No, I don't think that's what this is. Anyway, she told the Standard she believed these messages were fabricated in court. She believed these messages were fabricated, but in court, Sankar's lawyer described the alleged affair as emotional rather than sexual. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Then she discovered hidden cameras throughout their $20,000 a month Singapore apartment. Jesus, including in a bathroom used by their son. Oh, nigga, that's where you messed up. He admitted in court testimony to installing the cameras cooked, saying he used them to make sure his wife wasn't sleeping with anyone else and to use as evidence against her in future proceedings. Ooh-wee. Bro, you need a new lawyer. Golly. Why'd you say that? Oh my god, the couple agreed to divorce, but she says she refused to sign a financial settlement without consulting an attorney, of course. And I mean, rightfully so, because he did tell her that she ain't entitled to none of the money. So at this point, I'm going to have to agree with her on this part. On August 31st, 2024, a physical altercation ensued, oh no, which she alleges that Sankar punched her in the chest twice. She reported the alleged abuse and the hidden cameras to the Singapore police. Oh, your own cameras got you. Oh, bro, you played yourself. Who is his lawyer in court got him talking? And then you put up cameras and you ain't smart enough to think, I can't lose my cool and hit her. I have hidden cameras in here. Maybe he didn't think that she knew about the cameras. I don't know, but this is a huge L. I was very afraid of filing any police reports against the dude, she testified. Like, he was threatening me. He has threatened me. He's always saying that he's very rich and powerful and that he will destroy me. Well, after that video footage, this is going to be easy to believe in court. After the confrontation, he left for India and then Kazakhstan. He took their child's U.S. passport with him. After returning to Singapore, he was cited by authorities for voyeurism over the hidden cameras on November 21st in records obtained by the Standard Show. In early October, I think this is all 2025 now. We went from 2024 to 2025. In early October, Sankar limited his wife's access to bank accounts, sending her into a panic. She received an emergency U.S. passport for her child so they could return to Washington State, where she filed a domestic violence restraining order against him, obtained by the Standard after arriving October 14th. Oh, we got to finish this up. I got to go. He filed a stop order to prevent his son from leaving Singapore, which was approved by the courts, but not before she and the boy were out of the country. Oh, too late. Their departure triggered application of the Hague Convention on the civil aspect of international child abduction. Nigga, this shit sound expensive. A multilateral treaty that establishes proceedings from the return of children who may have been wrongfully removed from their home country. So what happens? U.S. District Court in the Western District of Washington heard he and she case in January. Decisions in this international child custody case are dictated by the location of the child's habitual residence. Which the judge determined was Singapore. Oh, okay. Well, the judge believed that there was credible testimony that she had experienced intimate partner violence at the hands of him. He said there wasn't any indication that their son had witnessed or been affected by the turmoil in the parents' relation. That's a good rebuttal. That's a good rebuttal. I got to give it to him. That's a good rebuttal. He later issued a foreboding warning to both parties. Please know that whatever record that you're making now and will continue to make going forward will be part of your son's memory of who you are and what you're all about. Don't threat, sir. Don't make threats. Don't say that. Don't say that. Just days after returning to Singapore, the couple moved to India, and what she alleged was Sankar's bid to shield his wealth from a divorce settlement. You know what's coming. Courts would give the wife 30 to 50% of marital assets. She told the Standard, Prasanna wants to avoid that at all costs. Bro, you got married. You got married. You have to hold that L. She's getting it, bro. She getting it. I don't know how they do in Singapore, but you lucky. Clearly he knew not to move to California, so he ain't California stupid. And clearly he moves to different tax havens and stuff like that, so he understands how things work. He ain't a fool when it comes to that. But you gotta hold this L, bro. India, unlike Singapore and the U.S., does not require the distribution of assets. Well, you should have stayed your ass in India. An attorney licensed in India and New York who specializes in international custody disputes and divorce cases said, I guess, she told the Standard that her husband falsely claimed an Indian domicile to establish residency despite the fact that he hasn't lived there in the country since college. All right, so he claimed on X and to the Stanford via email that his true motive for the move was to spare her the trouble with authorities in Singapore after she took their child to the U.S. She denied this. Okay, well, they're both, this is just getting brutal at the point. So you can't tell who's telling the truth or who's lying. They both could be lying for an advantage at this point because this is getting contentious. When they arrived in India, she and the wife and the husband agreed to a memorandum of understanding, which the husband posted on X. The two would enter mutual consent divorce in India, with the wife receiving around $1 million, along with a $5,000 a month of spousal support. I'm not after you for money, she said. Like, I'm educated, right? I married this person when he had nothing. On March 3rd, after she left the child in his custody, he took their son to an undetermined location in India and has not returned. She told the Standard she was supposed to regain custody of the boy on March 5th. He's 9 years old, for heaven's sake. She said, I just really fear that my child is being psychologically affected in this process. I don't think he is, sweetie. I think that man just took his kid away from you because he's tired of fighting. Because that's what it's all about. He's chasing all this because of his child. Now that he got his child, he ain't got shit to say to you no more. And they're gone. And he's in India too. He got home field advantage. And I'm not laughing at her. I see this. I kind of understand it now. Like, now this makes sense. It's like he got back to India with his son. It was over. So he's probably going to stop paying her $5,000 a month. The reason I came to India was to settle everything amicably, to make sure that there is no more of this drama. And there is no more drama. Once he got his baby to India, he dipped out. That's his homeland. And the laws and rules are different over there in India, and she knows that. He denied many of her allegations in an email thread with the Standard, claiming that he has no affairs and noting that her police complaints against him came only after the two decided to separate. He says he will return their son to her so as long as the child's passport is placed in a shared locker. An arrangement he alleges they both agreed to. She made it clear she intends to run away with the child again to the USA, he told the Standard. She made it clear she intends to run away. So that's why he took her. That's why he took the son. He's like, you're not going to take my child to the U.S. I'm going to keep him here in India. For the time being, she has neither her child nor a career. The husband has both. My identity lost somewhere. She testified in January. It's left me like scrambling for my life. Wow. So he has got his son and he's back in India. And she's trying to go to the United. Well, I think she dropped her India. Oh, that's what happened. She dropped her Indian passport for U.S. citizenship. So when she did that, he was like, oh no, she's going to try to get my son to stay in India. I mean, in the United States. I don't think he got rid of his India passport. He kept his India passport. He never renounced it. She did. So when he got his son and went to India, ain't nothing she could do because he knows that if she gets him, she's going to the United States because that's where her passport is. And oh, wow. That's a messy situation. And if they didn't have a kid, it wouldn't have went on that far. It wouldn't have went on nowhere near that far, but because there was a baby involved, that's why that situation unraveled the way it did. That was a interesting, man, these billionaires got some money to do some nefarious and crazy stuff, man, but that's crazy. So at the end of the day, as you see, they were fighting for custody of the kid. He had to keep it quiet as kept. He has a sex problem, big time. And it was known from her father. Her daddy told him her dad told her a long time ago, like, that's not what makes him happy. Like all this marriage. And he went to their feet. I want to marry your daughter. And it's like, you wrong for that. Because at the end, you pull some whole shit towards her. So he shouldn't have did that and pulled his whole move on her. Like, I don't agree with that. Like, why'd you marry her? You could have did all of this without running her through the ringer. You could have just had a surrogate child with all that money you got and just kept your kid. But instead you ran her through the ringer. And to me, that's some bitch ass shit. You shouldn't have did that. I don't agree with that. Like granted, seeing who you are, like, you know, you enjoy voyeurism and a high society of hedonists and all this. If that's what you want to do, go do it. You know, you're in the billionaires club and all that money. Go do what you want to do. But her dad called it. She should have listened to her father. Bottom line, your daddy told you and you didn't listen. Even though he coming in here dropping to his knees, like, please let me marry you. I want to marry her lover. At the end of the day, the dad was right. It was like, what makes him happy is his creativity, is his, you know, like different things make him happy. I wish I could find it, but this thing is so long, I'm not gonna be able to find that. I wish I could. Let me see. Oh, here it is right here. Right. I found it right here. See, look, when she returned with, when the dude returned with his ex, or with the wife in Netherlands, where they were working, she worked at a Shell. They headed for marriage, but she was having second thoughts, and her father expressed concerns about his maturity level, according to one of her friends. I had never gotten a feeling from Prasanna that he is someone looking for marriage, the friend said. Oh, this is a friend. Okay. The friend said this. Coding, working, creating something. That is what gives him happiness. So the friend told her, my bad, not the dad, but the friend, but the dad was, you know, the dad was right too. The dad was like, nah, nigga, you ain't for my daughter. So the dad was right too. And the friend tried to tell you. So she ignored the flags. And, you know, he pulled a whole move and faked it and dropped on knees and everything. Because, look, it says right here, she said it was only after he kneeled at the feet of her parents that she felt comfortable with the engagement. I don't know if he kneeled like at a ceremony or if he kneeled like begging them to take their daughter as a wife, whatever the case may be. But like, yeah, her dad and her friend tried to tell her, she ignored the flags. He, you know, you're hedonistic, you love hoes, you know, go do what you do. You ain't have to drag her through this. You could have let her go live her life and do what she wanted to do. You could have had a kid surrogate wise and just did all this shit with a surrogate and paid and outsourced a maid and a tutor and all that stuff to, you know, and a freaking midwife and hired a Colombian woman to teach you. You could have did all that without running her through the gambit and all this nonsense. You probably would have been a hell of a lot richer too. But I don't know, man. But it is what it is. So he ends up taking the kid back to India, and she has no longer an Indian passport but a U.S. passport, and he knows she's trying to take their kid to the U.S. and he's like, hell no, that's not happening. So life of billionaires and contentious divorce. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for today's show. Hopefully you enjoyed that, because I had a hell of a lot of fun going over those. I might do a bunch more of these. Hopefully there's a shitload of billionaire divorces that I can do, because that was actually interesting and a very fun read, I might add. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I got to get up out of here. I will catch y'all tomorrow on the next live stream. Hopefully everybody's good and having a good day, but I'll see y'all tomorrow. Take care. Love you. Peace.
Thank you for watching D. Elliott Fitness live stream. Goodbye.
The game on lock, and I got the keys like Jay-Z. My fame won't stop, ain't the only thing I'm chasing. The game on lock, and I got the keys like Jay-Z. The white little nigga in Austin, Texas, in the booth, playing beats. I'd rather be in the studio than in jail or on the street. Talking the wrong, coming off your teeth. Got that one hit to quit and knock you off your feet. It's big R, baby, I'm out some meat. Pockets chunky like cottage cheese. Real nigga,